In this video, we'll explore regular expressions across various programming languages. Regular expressions, often shortened to regex or regex, are sequences of characters that define a search pattern. They are extremely useful for validating data, searching for text, and many other programming tasks. We will discuss how regular expressions are implemented in JavaScript, Python, Java, PHP, C#, and Go. Let's begin with JavaScript. In JavaScript, you can define a regular expression in two ways. Firstly, using a regular expression literal syntax, by enclosing the pattern between forward slashes. For example, /a to z plus /g. The G here stands for global, which means the pattern is to be searched throughout the text, not just the first instance. Secondly, by using the regexp constructor. Here's an example of creating a regular expression to match a phone number format, new regexp, then a string containing \d, which represents a digit repeated 3 times, followed by a hyphen, and then repeated 3 digits again, followed by a hyphen and then 4 digits. And lastly, the I flag is added to make the search case insensitive. JavaScript provides built-in support for regular expressions and also offers flags for global and case-insensitive searches. You can use methods like match and test with strings for pattern matching. Next, let's look at Python. In Python, you need to import the re module to work with regular expressions. You can compile a pattern for reuse using recompile method, for example, a regular expression to match an email address. It starts with w\b, which marks the boundary, followed by one or more alphanumeric characters, dot, underscore, percentage, plus or minus signs, then a net symbol, followed by alphanumeric characters, dots, and hyphens, then a dot, and then 2 or more upper or lowercase alphabets, and finally w\b, marking the end. Python uses raw strings with an R prefix to avoid escaping backslashes. This makes regular expressions cleaner and easier to read. Find all, search, and sub are common operations for finding, searching, and substituting patterns in strings. Compiling the patterns improves the performance. Now let's consider Java. In Java, you use the pattern and matcher classes from the java.util.regex package. First, you compile a pattern using pattern.compile, such as a pattern to match 2 to 4 digits \d, and then curly braces with 2, 4 inside a string. Then create a matcher object using pattern.matcher with the text you want to search. To find matches, you use the matcher.find method in a while loop and can retrieve the match text using matcher.group. Java requires double \, escaping for special characters in the regular expression patterns, and it follows an object-oriented approach. Moving on to PHP. PHP utilizes PCRE, which is the Perl-compatible regular expressions library, and requires delimiters for the patterns. A typical pattern in PHP looks like this: /a to z 0 to 9 dot underscore percentage plus minus at a to z 0 to 9 dot hyphen followed by a to z. A to z in curly braces with 2 inside and /. The forward slashes here are delimiters. Common PCRE functions include preg_match, preg_match_all, and preg_replace for matching and replacing patterns. Remember to include modifiers after the closing delimiter to change the search behavior. Now let's take a look at C#. In C#, regular expressions are handled through the system text.regularExpressions namespace. The regex class provides both static and instance methods. You can use regex.isMatch to check if a pattern exists in a string or regex match to retrieve the first match. For performance, especially in frequently used patterns, you can compile a regex using the regex options. Compiled option. Also, C# allows verbatim strings with the @ symbol, which prevents escaping of backslashes. Finally, let's examine Go. In Go, the regex package provides regular expression functionality. First, compile the regular expression pattern using regex. Compile. Here's an example. A pattern to match the basic email format, backtick W\B, W plus at W plus to W plus W\B, backtick. Use raw strings with backticks to define regular expression patterns. Use findAllString to find all matches, and matchString to check if the string matches the pattern. In Go, error handling is crucial, so always check for errors when compiling regular expressions. In summary, regular expressions vary in syntax and implementation across different programming languages. JavaScript has built-in support with literal syntax and regexp objects. Python requires importing the re module and uses raw strings. Java employs the pattern and matcher classes, needing /escaping. PHP uses PCRE functions with delimiters. C# utilizes the system text.regular expressions namespace. Go uses the regex package and raw strings. Understanding these differences is essential for effectively using regular expressions in your language of choice. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit CodeLucky.com for more such useful content.